snap. This is the Walton Sync animation demonstration. And this is completely not rehearsed, so if it doesn't work, then I suppose I'm going to do another video. So let's say your rig locked up and it has a ton of issues, and you got this Walton multi-GPU program and you love it. It's running your 6 cards strong. You haven't figured out how to do 8 cards. It doesn't matter. 6 1080 Ti's are freakishly expensive anyways. So you got this awesome rig, and it's cranking in some Walton coin for you, and you're like, this is sweet. So how do I get the automation to work? Hello, Jackie! Okay, so let's say that here's a good example. Here's a rig, right? I'm moving the mouse around, and it's like locked up. It's like not doing anything. Hey, Sarah! Okay, so basically, let's just shut off the rig. And you can do that, of course, by your power button, or your power button on your board, or your power button on the switch, or whatever, right? And just for giggles, we're gonna shut off this power button too, because we're gonna do this live, okay? We're gonna make sure that the Walton automation works live. This is an experiment software, which I think is fully developed, but the developer says it's experimental. I don't believe it. I believe it's real. All right, so we're gonna turn on our first power supply. So that's gonna power up our risers and our first set of cards. Then we're gonna turn on our second power supply, and our board should start going. There it goes. See, it's fan spinning. Okay, so let's go to our standard windows here. We're just gonna wait. Check out this cart, man. One of my guys built me this cart. Isn't this sweet? I love it. There's like nothing on it. I need to use it for like repairing rigs and stuff. So what this is going to do is it's actually going to call to the server over here. Okay? You guys ask your questions as we're doing this, okay? This is the server, okay? So this server is constantly asking for the Walton correct block. Now this is just a single GTX 1080 Ti in there, okay? Nothing fancy about it, hardware-wise, but what's amazing about it is the software. Okay, so this rig is booting up, okay? How to solve Windows updates. Hey there, Bighorn Martin. Okay, so I am not touching anything, okay? There's the mouse, there's the keyboard. I'm not gonna touch anything right now, okay? And boom, look what happens. Okay, so we've got an Walton automation starting, loading content for 6 GPUs. So what it's doing is it's actually looking for the 6 GPUs on this rig. Okay, so it says starting Walton GPU 1. Okay, I didn't touch anything. Okay, it just started this. I just restarted because I thought the rig froze. Good morning, early bird catches the coin. You got that right. Okay, as you can see, it's going through the GPU sections. GPU 1, opening up mining.run. There you go, there's your hashes starting. Okay, and it's cranking through. I think every 15 seconds, it's gonna pull up another GPU. Now, you guys are hilarious. The deal with this is, I wanna see what the automation says about the syncing, because there's no way that your rig locks up, reboots, and is resynced instantly. That's just not how Walton works. It's not like Ethereum, where Ethereum calls out and it gets the DAG file, and then it's set. Now, yeah, they need a DAG file for sure, but they don't have one yet. So without touching much of anything, what I'm gonna do is actually just subtract these like guys out of the way. So we can move this over here. We don't need that. Okay, let's move this out of the way, move this out of the way, move this out of the way. Let's see what our automation starts. Okay, so starting Walton GPU 6, so it looks like a little bit of an error, but it is error detected, startup error fix. Yeah, so many prompts. I know, it's crazy. Well, it's got to run 2 windows per card if you think about it. Okay, here it is. Okay, so boom, it just fixed its own error. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So it says that it's not synced, and what it's constantly doing is it's calling back over to this server over there, okay, right? So it's saying, where are you? How do you pause Windows Update whenever there is an update available? Yeah, we actually haven't figured out how to pause the specific update for Windows. Actually, I should ask my guy. We might have figured out. Well, we just set it to like a year. We say like don't update for a year. But what you can do is you can actually go in and like modify some registry of the computer, and I think that will stop it for sure. I would put a link in the description, but I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. It is out there. If you're in the Telegram, I can post it for you. Are you in the Telegram? I can put it in there. If you're not, sorry. Disable group policy. See, look at that. YouTube is already answering questions. Okay, so what you can see is in the background, it's like already clicking through some hashes, right? And what this is saying is like, it's showing us the block numbers that each GPU block is on. So it says Walton 1 through 6 is on block 1. Yeah, that's totally wrong, right? And then it says that this is on, none of these are on the same block. So none of them are synced. Now, typically it can take some time because it's trying to do stuff. So we'll just click on our programs and make sure that, yeah, there's a lot of windows. This is okay. All right, so if you also notice, this is white. Do you guys notice that? This is white and not, oh, okay. Okay, it's doing something here majorly. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it might be stuck in a loop. Yeah, this one might be stuck in a loop. Let's grab this one. What is this one? Yeah, this is the GPU 6. So GPU 6 looks like it's stuck in a loop. So we're gonna find this one. Now it's not, I think I may have closed the program. That's why. All right, so I just closed GPU 6, so it should error out here. See, Walton CPU starting, error detected, fixing. Oh, snap. Okay, starting Walton GPU 6. Okay. What are we mining? Yeah, we're mining Walton. Now, it doesn't look the same. The reason it doesn't look the same is because, see, I think there's the error right there. I see the error right there. There's something wrong with the memory. Yep. Mining GPU has failed. Close program. Alright, but for now, GPU 5 is synced. Do you see that? What? Wow, what? How did this get so dusty? It must have been in the corner over there. Starting GPU 6. Yes! So it's going to keep trying to start GPU 6, even though we know there's a major error with that. But GPU 5 was synced. Maybe I just shouldn't touch this. Now GPU 6 is synced, but then it errored out. Okay. I might have my guy look at this. But basically, the reason it's white is because you're not able to edit the code. This is a PowerShell program running. So the PowerShell program is not going to let us edit the code and like look for blocks and things like that while it's mining. So you actually have to pause the miner, go back, check your blocks, type in your code, miner.start, whatever you want to do, and then go back to this program. So just to clarify, let's just do a complete restart because I think we may have messed something up and I was clicking around too much and I shouldn't have been. So we're gonna let this rig here just do its own restart naturally, which white, you know, red, orange, and then green, and then we're solid, right? So like that's the goal here. Green, and there we go, good. Okay, so otherwise, these other ones, now this isn't the only one on this. Like this one's on it, this one's on it, and as you can see, like these are already running. So while that's booting up and like going through its sync program, let's just have some fun here. Take this off, and can you make a rough price prediction for ETH POS? I cannot. Windows is so buggy with it. I am not allowed to make price predictions. I am sorry. I'm not allowed to do that. I can say that it's a great value. It's not like the old days, man, where you can just share out whatever I wanted. Okay, so I just plugged it into Like, you're right. But basically, it's done. You see that? Boom. It's scanning every single block. Walton 1 through 6. Walton GP 1 through 6 is synced. Walton server block is 93936. See? And then it says Walton's GPUs 1 through 6 are the same, and it's just hashing along. So every, you know, whatever the block number is, there's another one. Boom, boom, boom. We just got another block. So 37. So it should refresh and say that the server block is 37. There it is. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. You can't tell me that's not absolutely amazing. That I'm not doing anything. I'm literally letting that software automate the scanning of every single card. Okay, not every rig, every single individual graphics card, specific to the block of the main chain, while that server finds it, and then syncs itself to the main one. So this is correction of one that is working correctly. Walty buddy here too might be we might be working on that one, and that's why I'm having errors. I should have asked my guy before I went live, but that is awesome. Running Windows 7 on 7 AMDs for over a year now, no issues. Oh yeah. No. We run 8 cards all the time there, Bernie. Yeah. Yeah, see? So those are AMDs. AMD row. This is NVIDIA. AMD row, AMD row, AMD row, AMD row. Yeah, there's like 5 AMD rows. Those 2 rigs are in repair. Those are 2 brothers. How much hash rate for 1 rig? Yeah, we're working on that. Okay, so all 6 GPUs should be up, but if we look back here, we're definitely having an error with this one. So let's go to my automation program and let's check it out. So it's synced. So GPU 2 is synced to the correct block. And if you remember, it was 3.7. Now we're at 3.8. And GPU 2 is 3.8. And the Walton server, see there it says Walton server block 3.8. Okay, and this is scanning like every second. Okay, this isn't something like, hey, yeah, my rig can refresh every 30 minutes. No, this thing is refreshing every second to make sure that your card is in sync. So it may just fix itself, actually. How much hash rate for 1 rig? Well, that's hard to calculate, but I'm guessing if we opened up, let me see if I can do this without messing it up. You got to be really careful on your rigs when you're doing this. So we know GPU 2 is synced. Let's see if we can do open with, and let's look for that sublime text editor. Alright, so this is 587. Alright, so let's pull our calculator. Alright. The new version is available. So 586 times 6 equals... nope. I did that wrong. Well, no I didn't. 586 hashes times 6. Yeah, so 3.5 million hashes is what I'm gathering. So I just did that off of, see how that's auto changing? So that's the actual speed at which we're mining. For 1 card, see, it's only GPU 2, which we know GPU 2 is synced because the sync server says so. Oh, yep, so is GPU 1 now. So GPU 1 and 2 is synced. So it's auto syncing itself. This is the hash rate, okay, of the synced GPUs according to the Walton server block, okay, and then you times the hash rate times 6 cards we're roughly around 3.5 million hashes, or kilo hashes, kilo hashes, mega hashes. Forget which one comes first, but it's 3.5 million something. I don't think Walton servers talk to each other like that. I think that the community of Walton, which by the way is really depressing, I don't know about you guys, but the Walton community is nothing like the AMD community. The AMD community, especially for things like Ethereum, is a solid, strong community. The Walton community is harsh. You're rude to each other, and I'm very disappointed with them. They kicked me out of Reddit. I got busted, and I was not advertising. I just said I had a program, and they got mad at me, kicked me out, and it's just rude. And then they let me back in, and I came back in, and then they kicked me out again. And I just think that's rude. I just don't understand. I'm helping people gain Walton coin and further the blockchain with the Walton system. And just because I have a software that you don't have makes you jealous, and you're the admin of Reddit, so you kicked me out. That's just stupid. Anyways, enough of that. The point is, these rigs are running at like 3.5 million something hashes, kilohashes. I should look it up. Alright? So yes, Walton is still a bit like the Wild West. It is, Seth, but that's, have I tried Atom? No, we haven't tried Atom specifically, but I don't think so. No, we haven't tried Atom specifically. Look at this, we're fire safe. Oh my goodness, we got our extinguisher now fully. Is it fully charged? It is fully charged. Okay, this should be good for like computers. So let's pray none of your rigs ever need this, okay? We don't want your rigs to catch on fire. Do you need Windows 10 for Walton change, or can you use Windows 7 or Linux? I've never tried Linux. Now these rigs are running on Linux over here. So the syncing takes a hot minute, right? Like, I mean, yeah, John agrees. Like, there should be no more arguing anymore. Anyone can do it. But, yeah, I agree. See, you understand, like, the Russian that released it, like, obviously we paid a lot of money for it because we wanted it first. And then he, like, sold it to, like, 7 or 10 other people. And then now those people resold it. So, like, everybody made money along the chain. And that, we're not talking, like, we're not talking tens of thousands of dollars here, guys. We're just talking about enough to get your energy going, to get the community excited and create something. That's all we're paying for. And people who are reselling it is fine. I mean, technically I'm a reseller because I'm reselling it to my clients. But all the clients have it. So they're not, that's a weird way to look at it as a reseller. I'm not selling software. I'm selling a rig and the software comes with it. So yeah, I know. But the community as a whole, like even their Telegram, it's just harsh. Like if I was a lady, I wouldn't want to be there. There's no respect. It feels like everybody's just arrogant. And maybe that's just because it's not an American coin. I mean, Walton coin is made in China, so maybe the Chinese don't have control over the respect factor. I don't know. I just didn't get a good vibe. Maybe it'll change. Hopefully it will change. That people will be a little bit more respectful, but it just was rude. It just was a rude. I just didn't like it. All right. So look at that. Here it is. So number 4. There it is. Number 4 is sync now. So it's doing its thing. Yeah, multi is public. Yeah, they want to scare off competitors, but why are they being so rude about it? Like, I'm not competing against them. I'm actually helping the community. I want to provide something for the community to be able to mine multi-rigs, okay? Because I literally do whatever I would do if I didn't do this, right? So if I was back at Apple, working my daily grind, and I was like, man, I love mining, I want to mine. Oh, dude, somebody's got a multi-rig miner. Oh, man, it's locked software. Oh, nobody's allowed to touch it. Oh, that sucks. Like, I would want to know how I could get my hands on it. And if I had somebody who was saying, hey, I have the software, just buy one of my rigs, then I'm going to do that. Because it's ease of use. I don't have to think about it. I can still do my daily grind in Apple, and I'm not going to, like, get mad at the guy because he has it and I don't. But that's what I felt like people were doing. They were, like, getting mad at me because I had something that they didn't. Except I'm providing it to the community. I'm not, like, running 8 rigs here and saying, ha, I have multi-GPU, sucker, you can't mine like me. I'm not doing that. Like, these aren't even mine. These aren't even my rigs. Like, I don't even know if I have a rig running solid like as big as these guys. I mean, I got a little guy over here, right? Little 3-banger. Yeah, like that's about it. Like, I got the A6, right? I got a couple of A6 running. I mean, I'm so busy taking care of these clients, I ain't got time to run my rigs in these intense systems and tinker around on them. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of that. So let's go over here and look at this other rig. This is running Ubuntu, and this is the first time I'm showing this on YouTube. So we're gonna use our little cart here, and thankfully this monitor can plug in 220. So Slack community is much better, says Jennings. But basically, we're gonna use this little cart here, and thanks for joining in, guys. This is the Digital Gold channel. We've been mining for a long time, and we're one of the first, and not the biggest, but we are excited to grow with you guys. So this is like a daily life almost. I come in, I look, and I'm like a lot of these fans stop spinning because it's actually really cold in here. And I don't even have the water on. But I have two walls up, see? I have a wall there now, and I have a wall there. But no water. Bone dry. Maybe bone dry. Bone dry. Look at that. It's like the Wild West desert. So this is not on. This is not on. My contractor's supposed to come today. We're gonna like frame in a frame here, so we can put the wall. This is where the wall will go. See where the wall is now? The wall will go here. This is where the wall will go. Anyways, okay. So somebody says the Slack community is much better for Walton. Okay, well that's good. But the Slack community doesn't let anybody in it. So what do you do about that? So I go over here and I plug in. Oh, I forgot the mouse and keyboard. Never mind. I come back over to this rig and I grab my mouse and keyboard, and I got my little stool here, and I'll just roll around on my stool. I gotta work on my roller experience. Okay. Yeah, this is not good. You gotta work. We need like motorized the boat. Oh man, I think it's better just to push it. Okay, so I get on my stool here, and I just go down the line. Like, okay, everybody looks good. All right, London lab 3. No way London lab 3 should have all the cards. We're good. On plan 7, doing good. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, so then we get to our stand here. We plug in our keyboard and click on our coin. And we should see something on the screen. Now this is Ubuntu. I get who was asking in the comments. Somebody says, have I ever considered building a hot side and a cold side? I would, except it's thousands of dollars just to keep up with this as is. So I will try something like that in this winter. Okay, so this had an error. So we aired out on something here. So I'm just gonna like close. I don't know anything in Ubuntu, so it's definitely a learning curve for me. But Ubuntu is very fast. So I'm gonna restart this, and it says invalid device. So that didn't work. So basically, I just try to get these programs running again for the clients as soon as possible. Now we're loading Pulseway on a lot of these, so we're getting notified as soon as they're going down. Now these are the pre-mined rigs, right? So, Yep. GPU 1 failed, query display engine channel state. Man, I wish Windows told us all that kind of stuff. GPU 4 failed, and GPU 1 failed. Wonder why. Alright, well let's just hard power. That's always the solution. It's always a solution for me. Hard power. Now, the reason that these probably shut off is because we've been adding these TP links down there. See the TP links? So the TP links actually run the main board, and the main board, we can remote reboot it. If a client says, hey, my rig's offline, can you get my rig back online? The TP links will allow us to do that. So yeah, what I was thinking of for a hot and cold side was actually a shipping container. What do you guys think about that? I was thinking about buying a shipping container this winter and then putting the shipping container in here. I was going to put the shipping container, oh no, I spun it around. I was going to put the shipping container in here, and then I was going to put a hot and cold side together. That is like the biggest question. Can I have a hot and cold side? I don't know. So, once I get done with all the rigs, I've got 2 more rigs to build today. Hopefully a lot of the parts will show up. And then I'll be able to get started on some more of the software. So I'm going to have to go back over there and check it. Now I can check it remotely. I just wanted to plug it in this place so you guys can see it. But I'm going to check the Walton server and make sure that it's syncing up correctly. Okay, so like that was fast. Alright. So, the map takes forever on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Holy smokers. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to terminal. There we go. Alright, new job received. We're good to go. We're cranking along. So this is probably going to do about like 1,000 hashes is what I'm thinking. So this should start up any second. Should be going. Yep, 1,000 souls. We've got souls on this one. 1,400 souls. So he's good to go. So I'm done. Like I don't need to do anything more with this one. I know those are cranking along. I remember to take my keyboard and mouse. I'll put it right there. Look at that. Perfect spot for it. I'll take my little monitor. I'm going to go around, go check London Lad number 7. So, aside from the building and the other two of the original rigs, the 2 original rigs that we built, brand new, we built them. They are actually built by the old guy. You guys remember the old guy that was in the channel, Andy? So those were sitting on mark X here and X here. And as you can see, the only thing left over when a rig leaves is a network cable and a network cable, not even the power cord. Not even the power. So inside, oh yeah, temperature, check our temperature, 79. How amazing is that? No water, 79. Now granted, the ambient air is like super perfect outside right now, and there's a breeze and everything. But these are the 2 original rigs that Digital Gold and Associates built. And they're having some issues where they're not recognizing 7 cards. I mean 8 cards. They're only recognized, these are AMD rigs, and they're only recognizing 6 cards. So what we've done is we've decided to strip them down, and we're putting all new risers on them. We put new power supplies. You know, we're cleaning them up, dusting them off. I mean, we do that every week, but we're just getting a real fine clean in there, making sure everything's good. And then we're still having errors. So we reload Windows, we back everything up to our server program, then we're reloading Windows onto this, and we're gonna attempt to run all basically 16 cards again. So that's the goal. Otherwise, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I gotta get heavy back into work on these rigs to make sure they're all stable. But that's Walton automation at its finest. That's incredible. I just love it. So sync, not sync, syncs itself, and all you had to do is restart. That's coming to a rig near you. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Man. Alright, see you guys soon.